that matter most to you. A closer look at current events, just the tip, special guests, and more. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe, Arizona's longest-running drag live stream. Hosted by Felicia Fefe Minor and Freddy Prinze Charming. Streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Promotional consideration for Let's Have a Fefe provided by Wigs of a Kind, The Burly Barber, Bone and Basil, as well as our patrons at Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Let's Have a Fefe to become a Fefe patron. Virtual tips accepted at paypal.me/Let's Have a Fefe. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe.
Hello, everybody. I am actually on my own for a little bit. I know that Felicia got home a little late, so she's rushing to try and get something together so she can not look a hot mess and like she just got off work before she gets here. So you are stuck with me for the first few minutes. So first of all, of course, housekeeping. Welcome to your Wednesday night conversation. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe. As I said, Felicia is not here yet, but she will be, and I am still Freddy Prinze Charming. No title, thank God. We would like to thank our patrons, Allison, Brandon, Cassandra, Drake Jensen, Casey Starr, Carrie and Corey, Kim, Joan, Jody, Leanne, Nicole, Patricia Mason, Sassy, Shannon, Shelly, and Sky. And of course, a special thanks to those who decided to take a deeper plunge on Patreon, Patricia Mason, Sky, and Drake Jensen. Of course, a very special thank you goes out to Joan Babish Jewelry and Wood Art, Jeremy Bright of Ripple Phoenix, and Guido Martin. If you would like, nope, it's fine. If you would like to support us, virtually tip us, whatever it is that we got to do, you can do that at paypal.me/Let's Have a Fefe. If you would like to join our Patreon, it is patreon.com/Let's Have a Fefe. Those of you who were on our Patreon got to see all of my Scotty Kirby pictures before anybody else did. And once we have an upcoming guest that once we solidify them, our patrons will be the first to hear about that too, and it's a good one. So, so we're working on doing more with the Patreon now that we have a little bit more time, and and all that fun stuff. You can also text LHAF to 602-730-7379 if you're bored and want to bother Felicia, or if you want to get upcoming information on things like shows and all that fun stuff. You can do that. I tried it and I never got anything back, so I have no idea what kind of stuff Felicia sends you. I'm assuming that it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I guess we have a kind of a cool thing to kind of celebrate a little bit tonight. For some folks, might not be a huge thing, but for us, I mean, we're happy to celebrate the little things. And for us, it's not that little, but we've had over 5,000 downloads on our podcast. So thanks y'all for listening. 5,000, considering we just started doing the podcast not that long ago. I'm fine. Like I'm good with that. I'm not mad at that at all. So thanks to everyone who listens after the fact or listens again and downloads us as a podcast. We appreciate you. All right, let's see. Going on. What happened last week? Man, so it's been a doozy. Like the last couple weeks has been just absolutely like it's just been it's been crazy. I don't know if it's because it's summer. I have no idea what it is, but it has been something, let me tell you. So our AC in the house started giving out last week. We noticed it was getting progressively warmer and warmer and warmer. And we're like, that's not good. We spent Friday night at the Hilton that's just down the road over here, that has like the water park and stuff with the kids. So we were able to be out of the house at least for a night and like a day. But the house was so damn hot that the kids actually ended up going back to their dad's a day or so early because, man, we luckily we have a portable AC in our bedroom, and so ours was the only room in the house that was even remotely tolerable, and ours, like, it was struggling. You could tell it was struggling. It was not okay. So of course, we call the home warranty people because they're supposed to do shit, right? Mind you, we've called the home warranty on our AC. I think we calculated 5 times in the last year. So, like, y'all better be doing something because whatever. They sent people out on Monday, and apparently they couldn't even diagnose anything because our AC was just a giant block of ice. I'm like, oh, well, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Like, really? So that was, and we're like, we can't do this. It was 96 degrees in the house. Like, it was getting hotter. We're like, we have a fan out there for the dogs. We're putting ice in their, in all the water and in their bowls and shit. Like, it's not okay. So, and the soonest they could be back out to like diagnose the thing after it decided to thaw out was Friday. No, we are not spending a fucking week in a house that is this hot with only one room that's even remotely livable. Like, that is not okay. Like, unacceptable. And frankly, that shit should not be okay. Like, it should be illegal in Phoenix. Like, let's be real. That's stupid. So instead, what we decided to do is just install a whole new fucking unit because why not? Um, so we the poor guy, like we ended up going with George Brazil, and I have to say, like, they were fantastic, like really, really good. The initial guy that we talked to ended up staying almost 2 hours after he was supposed to go home to help make sure that everything that all the paperwork and stuff was done and everything. Like, he was it was great. And the poor guys that installed our air conditioner, I don't know what the deal was. Like, they missed there's a part that they couldn't see, that they didn't. Mind you, my nose is itchy, so I have a Q-tip. So they couldn't, I guess, once they opened it up and really got in there are some parts that they needed that they didn't have with them, so they had to order the parts, which got there the same day, but it took like another couple of hours. Poor guys were up on our roof until almost 8 o'clock at night, and they got there a little bit after, like, it was like 9:30. So it was crazy, but they were up there the entire time. Um, we noticed that something that was supposed to get done didn't get done, so we called them back, and the guy that was sort of in charge or whatever, he was like, oh shit, let me double check on that. Was immediately fixed and said, like, it was rescheduled and everything. He's like, I'm so sorry that they missed that. And so like it was taken care of. So it was really, really, really good, really easy. Felicia is on her way. She got home late, so she had to go take a minute and put her face on. And take a second to like breathe and shit. I'm like, look, you're fine. I can start the show. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Um, so our AC is on. We have like a fancy new like Wi-Fi thermostat and shit. Like, it's very exciting. And so our house is now actually livable, which is nice. They're gonna come back. They're gonna reschedule to get the stuff in that they missed and come back out and get that fixed. So, I mean, that was really cool. Let's see. Oh, I've got more progress happening on the drag cave out back. Just the one guy who it's usually him and his son, and just the one dude without his son was here today, and all of a sudden I have like walls. Like, it's really exciting. Like, I have walls. I guess they have to go through, and I don't know what the fuck they have to plaster shit. I don't know. But it's like the drywall's up, like there's all this, like, it's like it actually looks like a space. It's kind of like, what the hell? Like, it's very exciting. So I'm taking progress pictures and stuff. So at the end of it all, I'll like put together like a slideshow thingy so everybody can see like the before, the during, and then after we're all done getting everything in there, and after we've painted and all that good shit, and um it's exciting. It's feels like it's taking fucking forever, but I'm just glad that there's actually something happening because it means that there's a light at the end of this tunnel, and finally I'll be able to get everything like situated, which will be just so nice for everybody because all my shit is currently in our back room, which I say our back room, it's we have an open floor plan, so it's not really a back room. It's like just one continuous room almost. So it's like in the back of the room. Um, and I'm ready for it to not be there because it's driving me fucking crazy because I can never find anything and I have to climb over shit and just ugh. So I'm ready for that shit to be done. I'm ready. But it's so close. It's so close. We found a ceiling fan at Costco for a lot cheaper than what we have been finding. Um, so that'll be out there and that'll get put up. The mini split is getting delivered on Friday, so that'll get put up. So I'm just ugh, like I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be done. So ready for it to be done. And then we just gotta paint. And that's the easy part. Like once we paint and then move everything in there, like that's the easy shit, really. Like, or just oh yeah, we got our gate replaced. Because some dumbasses had to like back into our old gate just enough to bend it so that it wouldn't actually stay closed, which was stupid. But the guys who replaced the gate, like it's a brand new gate, it's almost a foot and a half taller. It's really nice, and the cost of what it took them to come out, build the gate, come out, install it, do all the things, was considerably less than what we've seen for like just the gates and shit. So, if anybody needs a gate person, we got you. Um, all right, I'm not going to stress Felicia out. She can catch us up on her weekend later, but we can move into my tip for the day. And this is kind of like, I think this tip is something that can, like, a lot of us can really relate to. It's something that I think a lot of us go through at one point or another. And I'm going to talk about imposter syndrome because I think something recently, I feel like a lot of folks are kind of dealing with this. And it's something we've kind of mentioned in passing when talking about things, but I don't think we've ever actually gone into depth when it comes to imposter syndrome. So I thought, why the hell not? This is a good of reason of any is to get into what imposter syndrome is and kind of some things I maybe kind of combat it and stuff. So why the fuck not? So imposter syndrome is defined as a psychological pattern where an individual doubts their abilities, skills, talents, accomplishments, and it comes us with this fear of being exposed as a fraud. Um, Kind of more in depth than that, it's like, okay, so it's it's an inability to realistically assess your competence and skills. So you may be brilliant at whatever it is that you do, but you're having problems really looking at that and being like, no, I really am good. Like this is I'm good at this. This makes, whatever. You keep attributing your success to external factors. So none of it is actually anything that you've done. It's not because of your work, it's because of other things. You keep berating your own performance. You have a fear that you won't live up to expectations. Lord, uh, I know damn well that so many of us deal with that. Overachieving, so you just keep wanting to do more and more and more. Um, Fear that you won't live up to I already said that. Yeah, fear that you won't live up to expectations. And setting unrealistic goals and then berating yourself when you don't meet them. Because I know, Lord, I have seen that plenty. Um, Where we all, we're like, "Oh, well, in order for me to stay relevant or to whatever, I'm gonna do this, and the other," and they set these massive goals, which are they're fine, but they're unrealistic, and I mean, realistically, they're not really achievable without either more time or whatever. And then we get mad at ourselves when we don't achieve these unrealistic goals that we set ourselves. Like, and honestly, it's something that I think most folks go through at one point or another, regardless of whether it's with their job or whether it's with their art, or it could be anything from parenting to whatever, you name it. I think everybody goes through this and has these feelings of self doubt at one point or another. Um, I know that on a personally, it can be really hard here in Phoenix as a drag artist when you're not considered part of one of the cool kids. You know, we've kind of made comments to that before, but it's like it can be really, really hard. You begin to think that maybe you're not really that good at what you do, and that everything you've done up to now just doesn't really fucking matter. And it can be really discouraging and really disheartening. And I can absolutely tell you that from a personal standpoint, like absolutely. And it can be really hard to fight that false narrative that you're a fraud and that you're not that good. You want to, and people will tell you that, oh no, you're fine, you're really good, I love what you do, but it's not enough to just kind of hear someone go, oh no, it's fine, whatever. So hey, there she is.
Hello?
There we
Hello?
go.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hello, I'm talking about imposter syndrome.
Oh.
I I know. I said that
I
this
feel
is
like
something
I
that I
know that
feel.
too well.
Uh, that's what I said. I'm like, I feel like this is something that we can all kind of relate to. Um, I was just about to get into some sort of alternative truths that may apply to you if you're going, you as a whole,
No, you mean
apply
me.
to
It's
you
it's
and
fine.
kind of
I'm just kidding.
what you're going through and things. So, and these are things that you can kind of talk to yourself about. These are they're almost like mini pep talks, kind of, if but one may work better than the other. So, like, who told you that the way you were doing something is wrong and the other way was right? And what if that person was wrong? Which, one thing we have to remember is that being wrong isn't inherently bad, because it's when we're doing something wrong and then we correct it, it's how we learn and how we grow. But it also doesn't mean that what you're doing is necessarily wrong. I think wrong is a term that we need to
Or
learn how to
mistakes.
sort of get rid of. Right. Like, it's not, it's just, I think the idea of something being wrong or being a mistake is something that we kind of have to get rid of within our own, that internal monologue.
Culture.
Right. And I think that there's a we always say, we fake it till we make it, right? And I think that there's a big difference between faking it till you make it and then actually being an imposter, because one is about striving to be better and the other is about deception. So
Ooh.
if you are faking it till you make it, it just means that you're trying to put forth the idea that you're already being better while you are trying to be better, and then once you get to that level, then you're like, oh, this is much better. Whereas if you're just an imposter, you're just not, you're fake, and you are just, yeah, there's a difference. There is a definite difference. And I think it's okay sometimes, to kind of return to that middle ground. You don't have to be the best at something, but you also have to know that you are not the worst. You don't have to be the most confident person out there. And, remember that an excess of confidence can lead to things like arrogance and cockiness. It's okay to be confident and not take it to that, sort of excess level, everything in moderation. So be confident, but be mindful of what that confidence is doing and where that confidence is going. There are we all have a lot of internal voices. A lot of internal voices. Like, there's one that's like, hey, you need to be doing laundry. There's one that's like, hey, you should probably be doing this. There's one that's probably doing that. And then there's that voice that's like, you're no fucking good at what you're doing and you should just quit. And if that voice at that moment happens to be the loudest, it doesn't mean that that's the one that you have to listen to. You can listen to the other voices. Just because that one is the loudest doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it's right, and it doesn't mean that it's the one that you should be listening to. I know that, you know, the one that's telling me that I probably need to do laundry is the one that I probably should be listening to, when the one that's telling me that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing and I'm washed up and I should just quit drag is like, when that one's like right here, like I should probably be listening to the laundry one more so than that one, you know? And if you think that you are an imposter, remember that trying to convince ourselves that of that is sort of it's a form of lying to ourselves, you know. So stop lying, stop telling yourself that you're an imposter, because it's not true. You don't have to be as good as X, Y, and Z. You know, you don't have to be as good as person A or person B or person C. You can always grow and you can always learn, and comparing ourselves to others is not always the motivation that we think it is. You know, giraffes are born walking. They fall from 7 feet and then they get the fuck up and just start walking. We don't do that. We have to learn. I always say that as far as
I thought I
mammals
fell
go,
out
like,
and I started walking too.
I always say that as far as mammals go, humans are kind of shit. Like, other mammals like are born and then with like half an hour they're up and running around and whatever. We're fucking useless little pieces of potatoes until we're like 25. So like,
I'm a potato.
just, you know, like, let's be real. So the comparison, it doesn't work. Everybody is different. I'm not the same as you, you're not the same as me, and that doesn't make one better than the other. It is what it is. And I don't know if fake it till you make it is always the best way. I kind of think that maybe face it till you make it is kind of the way to go. So look what you're looking, you know, and if you're looking at yourself going, well, shit, you know, maybe I could be better, then be better. Learn new things. You know, if something didn't work, scrap it and start over. Do it again, but do it better. Failure is only failure if you stay down. If you keep getting back up, it's not a failure. It's a learning thing, you know, like, and I think that's I think that's a, you know, that's another thing, you know, just.
So, I listen to a lot of podcasts, if you guys don't know. We both do. But I listen to
I
a
know,
lot
but mine aren't really
more.
self-help. I just listen to horror and true crime.
But
Which, I mean, I guess in some ways might kind of be educational.
At least you know how to run away from a murderer. Maybe.
Right. And not at all how to like hide bodies and things.
I wasn't going to suggest it. I didn't want to give your trade secrets away. But often, especially in the last 10 years, maybe, failure has been seen as, because we have social media, failure has been seen as a downfall, something that you don't talk about. It's almost become like that dirty little secret that you have. Whereas most of the entrepreneurs I know are trying, or even if your day to day, trying to be a husband, a wife, a partner, if you feel like you're an imposter, um, it's okay to feel that way, but acknowledge the feeling and acknowledge why you feel that way, and know that when you think that you fail, sometimes it's really not a failure, but maybe a mistake that can be corrected. And failures are learning opportunities for sure, because yeah, it's the only way you're going to become successful. Because there are companies that we buy from all the time that their CEOs failed on multiple business ideas, and they kept trying, and now, you know, we're carrying around their devices. Now we're
Like,
shopping on
look at
Prime
Crystal
Day.
Pepsi, okay? Just look at Crystal Pepsi, like Pepsi Clear, like no.
I mean,
Terrible idea.
there are things every day that you go, you tried it, but if that person hadn't tried it, somebody else would have. And
Right.
so if you ever get an idea, as silly as it may seem to you, and you think somebody could use it, you should just go with it and then see if it takes off. Um, but as far as day to day life, we all have things that are not right or haven't, or don't go as planned. And there's no book that's going to solve life problems because we all live life differently. So,
Right. And I can always speak to things like imposter syndrome from a personal standpoint, especially when it comes to like drag here in Phoenix, and
mhm.
there are the things that I try to remind myself of to sort of combat the feelings of imposter syndrome that tend to creep up every once in a while is that, what? I've been performing for almost 20 years and I have accomplished a ton during that. Like I've done a lot. I was one of the first handful of kings in Phoenix, and I'm one of the people that helped pave the way for everyone who came after me, regardless of whether
Mhm.
they acknowledge it or not, regardless of whether anybody even remembers that far back. I was one of those people. Like there was a very small handful of us. And
Mhm.
if it hadn't been for us, the rest of these kings, like it wouldn't be a thing. So there is that. I am a national title holder. You know, I'm the co-host of a webcast that has been on for about 10 fucking years. It seems like
Woo!
80. And let's be real, like doing this has opened up a lot of doors for things.
Mhm.
And whether those things were more short-lived or whether they were more of a longer running thing, it doesn't matter because it's still was it the it still opened up for opportunities.
It definitely
I've
has.
headlined an international drag festival. I was a fucking headliner. I performed all over the country. I've won multiple awards and titles, both, local and state, regional, national. I've met some absolutely incredible people who have now been in my life for a decade or longer.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
and yeah, no. Uh, um, and I'm always trying to grow and learn new things because I refuse to become stagnant. Like I see some kings out there, they're still doing what they were doing like in, 97. And I'm like, no, I can't, I'm not going to do that. I try to do something new or try something new and I'm like, there's times when like I do my face and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is. And it looks awful, but whatever. Um, and then I either try it again or I don't. It is what it is. And
Mhm.
I've never sacrificed my integrity for a booking, and while I may not be a cool kid out here, there are folks elsewhere who do absolutely appreciate what I do, which is how I'm able to get booked out of state. So
Uh,
it's like it's
oh.
it's
Mm, mm,
imposter
mm.
syndrome is hard, and it's real, and it can be a bitch to deal with, especially if
Oh,
you have issues
imposter,
with trust and wanting
imposter, imposter.
eh, mm.
Where to
How
begin
many times
for
you
me?
right, right.
um. Well, first and foremost, sometimes I feel like, am I not doing uh partnership things, marriage, right? You see people going on trips on social media. You see people taking beautiful pictures with their families. But I've learned that I need to stop self criticizing because that is the special moment in their life and not all of the moments in their life because we have
Look,
special
I go on
moments.
trips and I go places and places try to kill me. Like, let's be real here.
um, in my muggle life, I suffer with imposter syndrome because I am a self taught professional and I feel like sometimes um, I have that voice that creeps out and says, "You didn't learn at a school of whatever. You didn't go to any place for training." And I feel, and and sometimes I do get feedback from some folks that are not trained people, but then I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. I could be doing better. I could be less stressed, but that's another subject for another day. Um, as far as drag goes, I have always, and I have done multiple videos about this, and we've talked about it a couple times, but I have felt like I am more. Um, I don't really want to be in a category. I don't really want to be the it kid or
Right.
the cool kid. I really like to be kind, which sometimes people aren't. Um, I really like to use my imagination. Um, and so um, I felt for the first time um, when we went to Austin um, the first time.
Hmm.
It was your second time, but I went and there was so much love. First and foremost, I showed up in drag and I had never seen so many people staring at me. Um, and they were drag performers themselves. And
Hmm.
I just remember feeling like overwhelmed, joyful. And that kind of told me, okay, um, maybe you don't fit into this little box, but maybe people enjoy what they see, people enjoy what they, uh, you know, and so there's just different things. And when I first started drag, nobody was going to Comic Con or Fan Fusion in drag, and
Hmm.
now there's a show for it. So
Right.
um, sometimes you just gotta push the envelope a little to get past that uncomfortableness, and sometimes on the other side of that is either the lesson and or success, because I feel like things have gotten better since I mean, trust me, there I look at myself and go mm-mm, mm-mm. But that's me. uh, but that's
I
me.
remember the first year. I remember the first year I went to Austin. It was a big deal for me because I went completely by myself. I didn't know anybody that was going,
Hmm.
and I went by myself, and I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck am I getting myself into?" And it sort of forced me out of my comfort zone, and it was so validating
Hmm.
because I think it was like it was at that point where I'm like, I don't know really what's happening with drag. I don't know, and I was doing stuff that was a little bit different that,
Hmm.
a lot of folks here were like, I don't know what the fuck this is. This is like, whatever. But it was having a different perspective and having different people really enjoy what I did was really, really validating. Like it really was.
And to add, especially since I'm a member of B, the BIPOC, as we
Hmm.
um, I was really at a point. Did he fall?
I'm fine. I had to find my Q-tip because my nose itches.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because you getting up there, and I hope you didn't fall over.
Whatever.
Happy birthday week. Anyway,
Thanks.
um, but there was a point where even after I had come back from Austin, I thought I don't really want to do drag here. I was gonna really just hunker down and decide what I was gonna do, and Twix was one of them, and told me thank you for being present, and
Hmm.
that changed me for whoa. She has no idea about. I mean, she does have a clue, but she has no idea how she made me pivot and realize that I'm doing the right thing. because
Right.
there are people that are where we were 10, 15 years ago trying to decide what their life looks like. And if we can be, imposter or not, if we can be an influence to them and show them what we're doing and how they can grow and learn, then it's endless. I just remember there's so many people that have come up to us and said, I'd never seen you perform, but I watch your show. And I'm like, whoa,
Right. It's like,
whoa.
it's so strange.
Especially
Sometimes
at
I'm
the
like,
festivals.
really?
The festivals. I'm
Right.
like,
It's like, what?
Hi, how did you know I was here? Oh, I follow your show. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for being one of the 20.
I mean, a few of us, apparently people watch us. I don't know. I don't,
I feel like
Lord knows we
sometimes
don't
the
do this for
numbers
the money.
lie. I feel like
You
the
know what? It's
numbers
fine.
lie.
Shh, it's fine.
Only 2
Well,
people
they do
watch
because,
your
like, on Facebook right now, on my phone, it says there's 5 people watching. On this thing, it says there's 6 people watching, but then afterwards, it'll show much higher numbers. So I don't know, and it's fine. It's
It's
fine.
fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Whew. It is fine.
Oh, should we look and see what's happening with current events?
Yeah. Oh.
Uh,
Ooh, you read that one. I want to read the
so
next one.
school. Oh my god, I know. So school surveillance video of the cops at the Uvalde school shooting shows cops being, well, kind of shitty. Apparently cops actually approached the door within minutes of the shooter entering, and
No
then they just
way.
kind of basically ran away when he started shooting.
They ran away?
That took Yeah, they went away. He started shooting and they ran away, basically, is what happened. It took them more than an hour for the cops to actually get into the classroom. And you can see in other videos, cops standing around, like grabbing hand sanitizer and like being on their phones and like, are
Oh
you serious right now?
no.
Oh yeah, like it
I have not seen that.
shitty.
Oh my
Oh yeah, the
god.
parents are absolutely fucking furious, as
Suzette
they
says, yep,
absolutely should be.
I saw the video of a cop checking his phone.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. Like fucking
Oh
TikTok is
wow.
what he was looking at. It was like, yeah,
Oh, you can see that closely on the phone? Wow.
oh yeah, it's like right over his shoulder. Like the camera is right over his shoulder and he's standing there with his phone like this and you can see his phone.
Oh shit.
Like, yeah.
Yes, we count as
Like
3
it is
people. Oh, that was when we were talking
so
about
much
imposter.
bullshit. So much bullshit. Like
Uh,
it
that's
ugh.
crazy.
Yeah.
Continue on with the craziness. In Texas, a pregnant woman um, is suing the Texas PD over being in the HOV lane. Um, she cites that Roe versus Wade decision by the Supreme Court says that her unborn baby is a person,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So we want people to be people inside the womb. The Texas law says that the vehicle must be occupied by 2 or more people. And if we're considering fetuses full grown people, then yes, we knew someone was going to do it. And she is almost, when I hear the word Karen, what I picture. Sorry.
And it's, I think it's hysterical because she's full on, she knows exactly what she's doing too, because she's like, oh, but it is occupied by 2 people because it's me and then this fetus. And
Hmm.
I'm hoping that the Texas lawmakers, I'm hoping that their heads are like spinning in circles like the fucking
They are
exorcist right now,
already.
because you can't have it both ways. Either it's a person or
Hmm.
it's not a person. If it's not a person, fuck you then. Fuck all of
It's
you.
a person
If it
on a
is a person,
Sunday.
fine, then take like, right.
It's a
Like
person on a Sunday.
you can't just randomly decide that it's a person, but then, and because the Texas law, like some of them say like they have to be
It is
occupied by
storming
like
out there.
by 2 or more people that are like of driving age, or it's like there's a whole bunch of like different things depending. The Texas law literally only says that the thing has to be occupied by 2 or more people.
Oh, watch. There's going to be an amendment after this. Oh my God, what's going on
Right.
out there? Is it
What is
storming by your
happening?
house?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, it's like full on wind and
No.
trash or
I
something.
almost hope it rains though, because then we'll be able to see if the roof leaks in the shed after it was sank.
I don't think you need that kind of problem. Oprah a couple weeks ago on the 4th of July celebrated the life of her ailing father, who was still living at the time, to give him his flowers, his acknowledgments, it was a bit of a surprise kind of thing for him. And that was one of the last moments he sat in his barber chair. He was a barber for 50
Mm.
years.
Oh wow.
And this weekend he passed. I believe that he was 85. I think that's right. I feel like that's right.
Oprah's father is the same age as my father.
Are you Oprah's age too?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
I'm not. God, my dad is old. Jesus Christ. Hey, guess what? We have some COVID news tonight. Whoopee.
Oh. We haven't seen
So
that pop up in a minute.
the most transmittable and infectious variant has arrived. Congratulations. BA4 and BA5 are creating a 30% surge globally over the last 2 weeks. And it could actually be higher since people have just kind of stopped testing. They're like, oh, I don't feel well. It's not COVID. And they've stopped testing. But as for here, the BA5 has accounted for over 65% of the new cases in the US last week. So
are people still getting vaccinated?
Apparently not so much. I guess more than about half the folks over 50 never got their full vaccine. They may have gotten one dose, but they never
they're conservatives.
Never,
Conservatives.
right.
Conservatives.
Like,
and then
I
as
guess
soon
some
as
may have gotten some may have gotten like one dose, some may have gotten two, most didn't get boosted. They're just like whatever. Like it's yeah, but it hasn't gone away. Places, some states and some places
oh my
are
God.
actually recommending that people continue to wear masks inside. No
So the
shit.
street, my street is flooded.
Oh, that's exciting.
As long as it stays in the street.
Right.
If
Yeah,
the water starts creeping in
and
here, guys, I'm gonna leave. Bye.
that's fine. I got the rest of it. I'll just finish up. It's fine. Suzette was vaccinated and boosted, and she got sick. Myself and my partner were vaccinated and boosted, and we felt fucking miserable. I'm still dealing with like the residual shit, which makes me not happy. We wear masks inside pretty much all the time, unless we're like, we're sitting and eating. But it for the people that think that things are done, it's not done. It's not.
I don't think it's done, but I have fallen out of habit of wearing my mask. Only because of anxiety reasons. But
it's I fucking hate it during the summer. Like it kills me. It is so hot. It makes it hard to fucking
like I don't know. It's like I don't know what to describe it as. I've never felt like that before. I want to almost feel like it's somebody's hand covering your mouth like permanently.
It's kind of claustrophobic.
Yeah. And so
yeah,
I do my best to stay away from people. And if I'm in a crowded area, I leave.
Plus it's like it's so fucking hot, and like you wear your mask, and then like I end up breaking out, but it's like
But I don't
I
miss
think about how
sneezing.
shitty, like, ugh,
I don't miss sneezing in my
yeah.
mask.
That
3
that was
here.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
like,
you got it off a keypad. How what?
were you licking the keypad? What did you do? Like,
Well, it could have been
I
on
think
their
about how sick I
hands.
got. Right. Okay, I think about how sick I got, and I'm like, I don't wanna fucking do that shit again, like, not if I can
Mhm.
help it, like, if I can I'm still gonna keep doing what I have to do because that was miserable, like, I still maintain 100%, if I had not been vaccinated, I would have been in the hospital. Like, it would have sucked
Oh.
hardcore. But I'm still recommending people get vaccinated because like, I can't even
Laura,
imagine,
didn't you go see your
like,
family or something? How was that? I feel like Laura went and saw a family or something.
I'm
Maybe
not
I'm
sure.
mistaken. But I do try to be careful. I don't like people close to me in the first place. So
I know, I still don't like
if you've ever noticed, if
Um,
you walk up to me at a show and I walk away from you a little bit,
mm,
it's not
yeah,
intentional. I mean, yes, it is
right.
intentional, but it's not to be rude.
People, we weren't able to catch up on your weekend. We have a few minutes. You wanna catch up on your weekend?
Oh, a little weekend update from me. This is number 2 of 3 of my deep cleanings, and next week will be my or tomorrow or Friday will be my last. I got the bottom part done so that I don't talk like this at bingo. Um,
Oh, that's exciting.
I thought it would be entertaining, but then I thought, I don't want to bite my tongue during
I'd be
bingo.
here for it. I'd be all about it.
Uh,
I wanna see you trying to do the speed blackout with, your I like, it would be, like, spitting and drooling all over the balls.
ah, I don't need a deep cleaning for that. Um,
Yeah.
but so the trauma is almost over. Found out that my insurance doesn't cover orthodontics past the age of 17, and I'm like,
The fuck?
it, it's a
What's the
pre-existing
fucking
condition.
what? What the fuck is the point? Like, what?
I'm still trying to get clarification on that because I was like, well, I had braces when I was a kid, and I would like to make sure that I kind of upkeep. I was just trying to get a retainer, like an Invisalign thing, and right out of
Right.
the box, it cost me $300. Um,
Mm.
so I was like, "Ooh, what you mean? Never mind, never mind." So I either I have to get the permanent retainer that sits behind your teeth, which I think is disgusting because food gets trapped in there. Uh,
Ew.
and I don't have the patience to be no,
That
sorry.
would drive me crazy.
Especially like popcorn. I like to eat popcorn. So nope. Anyway, enough about my teeth. We took Lily to a splash pad, which was so adorable because she loves water. Um, it, we're gonna have to eventually. I'm gonna have to break down and get swim lessons because she likes the water a lot, a lot. We went to Tortilla Flats, which is
Mm.
interesting, but weird that it's not more. Does that make sense? Like, I know there's a
What were you
campground. I know
expecting?
there's Canyon Lake
Mhm.
by there. Um, Also, I got car sick for the first time
Mm.
because that. Have you
Mm.
ever been to Tortilla Flats?
Mhm.
And that road, I was like,
Yeah.
so eventually I was like, okay, I'm done reading. I'm gonna look up at
Oh
the
god, you
road.
were reading? What is wrong with you? Oh
Yeah,
god. Ugh. I would have been throwing up all
yeah,
over the place. Would not have nope. Mm-mm.
that was me. And then, so what was that? Gosh, I can't imagine what's going on. But overall, a good weekend. Nothing too stressful until I got to work on Monday. So,
Mm.
so I've been dealing with a lot of mess at work, and imposter syndrome is a part of that. Um, where you feel like people push. I know that work is supposed to push you, but at what limit? I don't. I'm kind of dealing with that part of my
Mm.
imposter syndrome at the moment. Like, how far do I go before you like kill me? Because that's what I feel
Right.
like work is sometimes. Like, I'm
The-
like, I can do all of these things, but not at the same
Right.
time. So,
Right.
um, but yeah,
Let's
that's pretty
see.
much it. I haven't heard from the White Nationalist
Um.
Party. Um,
Oh, are they not coming to bingo or anything? No.
no, I haven't heard from them. They may just come
Mm.
and record us, um,
Oh, that'll be
and not
fun.
like they did at Sex Trivia. So, just not introduce themselves. Just, I don't know. Hmm.
People are
You
stupid.
threw a pool party. Meth at work? What?
No, she gave up a pool party,
Oh, you gave up a pool
so she
party.
didn't.
Oh.
Right.
Mm. Meth at work. What does that have to? What? Did I say something wrong? My tongue has not been numb for like 4 or 5 days, so, but maybe I'm still talking funny.
Oh my god. All right, what have we got coming up? So Friday
Oh,
is drag bingo and cats. It's the kickoff of my birthday weekend.
I don't think there's any more tickets left. I have to
I
check.
think it might be sold out now. I know there were like
So whoever sent me a message, I said mess at work. I said mess at work, mess at work, not
mess,
meth
not
at work.
meth, Suzette, not meth. My god.
No, I don't
So yeah,
encourage.
I think that might be sold out. You can always check and see if you want tickets. There might be a couple, but I don't think
I can
so. There
check
was
right
only a very
now
small handful
because
left.
it'll tell me that there's.
And there will be cake because cake is good. And
You're
why the
not
fuck not?
making it, are you?
No, fuck that.
Oh. You know who I fell in love with? Because at work they let you choose your cake.
Hmm.
Um, and I decided to go off site instead of using the services there. Is Piefection. Have you ever tried it? No,
Never
by
heard of
your
them.
face, no. So if you go to their website, the food looks delicious, and it's as delicious as it looks.
I got a
That's all
Costco
I'm
cake because
saying.
I'm like Costco cakes are pretty damn good. I'm not mad about it, and they're cheap, so I'm not mad about that either.
I'm not mad about it.
And it's
But I'm
gonna
just
be really
saying that
gay.
if you so choose that you want to get a pie from Piefection, and they do cake, I think. It looks like there's still some tickets for the
Um,
15th.
oh,
Some,
that's
just
rare.
some.
And then the 16th is Lady on the Rocks at the Rock. So that'll be fun. I'm performing there. I've got a brand new mix that I'm doing. There's still a few tables left. There's more than half sold out. So if you want a spot,
Do
make
I
sure
have
that
a
you reserve
seat?
a spot. Like, yes, you have a seat.
Okay, just making sure.
You're sitting with our people.
Okay, just making sure.
Um
Oh, I'm so
Yes.
excited.
So yeah, if you want a spot, make sure that you reserve a table with The Rock or with Lady Christian, because it's almost full. So it'll be good. It'll be a good show. It'll be fun.
It wasn't me. And then on the 26th, I will be at Stacy's for Magic. I'll probably do something weird because I have like these weird ideas coming through. It's been kind of good for me, I think. I think anyway. I don't care. And then the 30th, you'll be at Brick Road Coffee.
Yes,
right?
for Drag Story Hour. If y'all haven't been to Brick Road Coffee, you should. It's adorable. It's like right off of Rural and the 60, and it's
Mhm.
super cute. And the owners are fantastic. But yeah, it's a cute little place. But I will be there on the 30th. Drag Story Hour goes from 10 to 11, I believe.
Yes, and then we
And
host
then
sex trivia
later that evening is sex trivia. I'm gonna be very tired. I'm gonna need a nap.
at the strip club named Gracie's Tax Bar.
Right. Oh, why are people so stupid?
If you don't know, don't worry. You'll know soon enough, or you haven't been listening to us. And then on
And
the
then
20th,
already
we're
dipping into
both,
August. Holy shit.
or
Yeah,
August
August
20th.
20th.
Well, I said July 20th. August 20th, Story Hour in Tucson. Freddie and I will be hosting the adult Story Hour portion of that. The thing about it is when we do these story hours, there are different genres, there are different ages that we read to. We don't just read to children. Well, who doesn't love a good story?
Right? And that could be anything, really.
People that don't read.
And then August 21st, I am back at Three Fates Review at C7. So if y'all want some good burlesque in your lives, make sure you check that out and get your tickets for that sooner rather than later. As soon as they go up, as soon as they go on sale, I would get them because they go fast.
Yes,
they go super fast.
Don't send us messages asking for tickets for things because they disappear. Just letting you know. I'm not being cocky. I'm just letting you know.
It sells out. It is what it is.
That's what happened.
We do have a new guest in the works. We're trying to solidify dates. As soon as that happens, if you're a member of our Patreon, you'll get to hear about it first, and then eventually we'll announce it to everybody else. But it's a good guest, so
thanks to Freddie and your connections.
Also, Lady Christian show. I literally just said that. Oh my god. It's the 16th. The Rock.
This weekend. Oh my god.
This Saturday. Literally just said that.
8 p.m.
Why is nobody ever listening to anybody ever
at the
listens
Rock.
to me?
Don't you even follow us on Facebook?
Also, for those of you that you were flushing the toilet, thanks.
Listen to us in the bathroom. What a shitty mess.
That's what it is. So for those of you that know, both Felicia and I get our haircuts and stuff over at J&J's Barber Parlor, formerly the Burly Barber. And
I'm due.
we're looking to try and help them get their clientele back up because it was rough during the pandemic because they had to close and then trying to start back up again. So we have worked out a deal. If you let them know that you are a Fefe fan and that you watch the Fefe, when you book online with them, so book online, make sure you book online. We'll give you the website and everything. But if you book online and then let them know that you are a Fefe fan, you can get $10 off any service. Could be a shave, could be a full service, everything.
They do facials.
They do.
Sorry, I got excited.
I know.
Sorry.
I have the membership. I think Felicia, you have the membership too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So like I go in, they do my hair, they shave me, we do a facial, all the stuff. Like they do everything.
Smells good.
I highly recommend them. They're fantastic at what they do. And let them know that I said you are a Fefe fan and you will get $10 off any service. Book online though. You have to book online because that's how they manage their books and stuff. I don't know if there's a space to put a comment, or you can let them know. It is for all genders. They'll do anybody.
Oh my
They
god.
no, they will. Like they're good at
Sorry, it
they're
was
good at
just the way you
everything.
said it.
No, they'll do
And I
everybody.
was
I don't
like,
know that. I mean that too. Eh. Um, but yeah, just I mean, if you book like a regular haircut, and then you can call them and let them know that you're um
you can get a
you're
wash.
not a right, you're not a dude, and you just whatever. Um, but they're so good at what they do. Like they really are. They're super. They're queer friendly. They're trans friendly. They're everything. So because a lot of times there's people that are like, hey, I'm a more sort of masculine woman and I need someplace like a barbershop to go that's going to cut my hair the way I want it, that's not going to judge me. Like I would send them there 100% in a heartbeat. So just let them know that you heard it from us. You'll get $10 off any service. So there you go. I think that is it.
Oh, that's better.
There you go. I think
Screenshot. Can you do
that
me a favor? Can you do me a favor? All of y'all watching, can
me.
you do me a
Oh,
favor? Can you screenshot this and then tag us? Do me a favor. Just
mm.
do me that favor. I'm
So we'll just give it
waiting.
a minute then, and then...
How long should I wait?
Maybe another minute or so because there's always that lag, Okay, we should be good, I think.
Okay. Human friendly, yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I posted the website. I can also post it in the chat. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Where do you want to post it? You want to post it on your profile
On the Facebook or whatever.
of the Facebook or whatever. What I'm trying to do is get you to tell other people about it.
Right. So tell a friend, tell 2 friends, tell 3 friends, whatever. But yeah, like they're awesome. Like they really are. Like they know their
Sorry,
shit too. Like they're damn
my
good.
marketing mind went ahead of me, and I just said take a photo of this and post it on post it on your Facebook. Just do it.
And I highly recommend they have memberships that you can get every month. If you just want a haircut or whatever, like they have that. If you want the full service, you can get that. If you want a haircut and a shave, you can do that. But it's a monthly thing, so you just pay for it monthly, and then you can go in however the fuck much you want. So
mhm.
if you want to like have your haircut maintained, you could go in every week. You could go in every other week. If you want to go in for like a shave and a facial, like one week a haircut the next week, and then back again. Like there's all sorts of stuff. Like it's really cool. Like I really like having the option of having their
I may
membership.
be going every other
Yeah.
week. I may be going every other week. Maybe. You haven't seen me look like a sheep lately, so
I know I have been trying to go as often as I possibly can, because it's great. Like, cause I get the facial and stuff. Cause every week we're doing this, which means that every week plus, and then some, I've got makeup and crap all over my face. So it's good to go and get like that kind of steamed out and everything. They'll trim things up on my beard. I love like getting my neck shaved cause it lasts forever. They'll, like, cut my hair. So it's a really good deal. It's a really good deal. So
all
definitely do
right.
that. Tell your friends, book with them. So yeah.
Do it.
All
Do it.
right.
How do I turn this off? Oh, there it
I
went.
don't know.
Like I clicked it the first time and it was like show, and I was like, no, 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 you're doing it wrong. You're still showing it. Well, thank you for tuning in for our Wednesday night conversation. Sorry I wasn't here for the whole conversation. I'll do better. Or
It's all right.
other
I got
people will
you.
do better so I could do better.
Mm.
Anyway. um Thank you for watching on the replay. Thank you for watching live. Thanks to Eddie Omega for sending stars last week.
And for the folks that listen on the podcast.
Yes, especially Cambodia. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody, we passed 5,000 downloads. That is a big
I
deal.
told
That's a
everybody.
big motherfucking deal. That is a big deal. Thanks, Cambodia. Um, Shout out Cambodia. I don't know what it is, but they are listening by the hundreds over there. And
I'm
I
here
hope
for it. And it might not be Cambodia. It might be people listening on like a VPN or whatever. So it just bounces from
I
there.
mean,
I
if
don't
it
know.
is Cambodia as a nation, I
Whatever.
would like my own holiday. I like my own ice cream flavor. That's where I'll
You
start.
can fly us out. We can do that.
I mean, we could do drag shows there.
Right.
Mhm.
All right, y'all.
But
Thank you again
we
so
will see
much
you later.
for watching and listening and tuning in and doing all the things.
And screenshotting,
And
even though you realize you don't have a purpose. Whatever.
it's fine. And we will see you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. Good night.
Promotional consideration for Let's Have a Fefe provided by Wigs of a Kind, The Burly Barber, Bone and Basil, as well as our patrons at Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Let's Have a Fefe to become a Fefe patron. Virtual tips accepted at paypal.me/Let's Have a Fefe. Subscribe to the Let's Have a Fefe podcast. You can listen on your favorite podcatcher. See you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. This has been Let's Have a Fefe. Good night.